Hi, this is Scott Siskin. I'm the president of First Republic Mortgage Bankers. When you need a mortgage, call First Republic Mortgage Bankers and deal direct. Eliminate the middleman. No mortgage broker fees. Stop wasting your hard-earned money on your high-rate mortgage and your credit cards. You can save every single month by refinancing. You personally can save every month by locking in the lowest rates in over 30 years. And we make house calls to the entire tri-state area 7 days a week. Call 718-380-0006 if you're buying a home or you want to refinance your home. 718-380-0006.
The special to include conventional loans.
Whoa. You have extended the special to include conventional loans. Now, Scott Siskin, the special right now is for the government-backed program.
Right.
The FHA program, right?
Refinancing only.
Refinancing only. Now you're extending it to include conventional loans. What, for some of us out there, can you explain what a conventional loan is?
Sure. Well, conventional loan is, what we call the Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac type of loan. Whether you want to call it a paper, whatever you want to call it, that's what it is. And it's a great program because as a Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac approved seller servicer, we connect directly utilizing their cutting edge in software to get loans approved outside of the box, which is really exciting for us, and we help a lot of people that way. And we talk a lot about the government-backed program, the FHA, VA, Sony Mae, but we talk about the FHA a lot because it does help so many people who were going to subprime. There's helped so many people who shouldn't have been going to subprime because they could have gotten a great rate with the FHA. But either way you look at it, whether you are in an A profile or you're in a government-backed program, an FHA profile, either way you're going to get 5.5%. And the exciting thing about it is, the government-backed program has what's been our special, but we're giving it now. So if you're listening right now, what I want you to know is, when you call 718-325-5555 and speak to Tony Shafiq, or you call the office 718-380-0006, what's going to happen is we're going to triage. This is what we do, a triage, like when they have incoming at the hospital to see what category people should go in. So people who we look at their situation, their credit score, income possibilities, ratios, and we see it can go with the Fannie Mae program. That's where it's going to go. If it can go with a maybe an Alt-A program through Fannie Mae, and that usually those rates are higher, so usually we would go to the government-backed program depending upon the loan limit, depending upon the loan amount. So, and we also offer the Sony Mae program, which is really exciting. We don't talk enough about it. Sony Mae program, I've been doing it since 1985. It right now has this incredible deal. They will lend you the closing costs as a co-first. First time I'm saying that expression, a co-first. What that means is they lend you the closing costs, which is 5% or $5,000, whichever is more. And it is at 0% interest. You never have to make any payments. And after 10 years, it's forgiven.
What do you mean it's forgiven?
It's it. It's gone. You never had to pay anything on it, and you lived in the house 10 years. They want you to live in that house. They want you to stay in that house. If you move out or refinance after 5 years, you will have to pay back a proportion of the original principal, but not principal plus interest. It's a phenomenal option, and you want to find out the guidelines regarding this program, whether or not it may help you to buy a home. Give us a call. Right now, Tony is an expert when it comes to Sony Mae mortgages. 718-325-5555. Find out what the facts are about these different government programs. We've talked about Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac loans. We've talked about FHA. The VA is another program that's expanded its reach. And I think that what's going to happen is, as we see more soldiers coming home, which I think is an inevitability, no matter whether we have a Republican or Democratic president, I think we're going to start seeing troops come home. And we've been doing seminars inside of VA facilities for many years. And I think you're going to see more and more people taking advantage of the program, and they've now extended the reach of that program. What we're seeing is, in essence, the government-backed programs, whether it's Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, FHA, VA, or Sony Mae, have all extended themselves to reach out to borrowers in these troubled times. where the subprime programs are disappearing, huge institutions are disappearing, little institutions are disappearing. You know, it's happening, and what's exciting for us is because the backbone of our company has always been Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, FHA, VA, and
Yes.
Sonny Mae programs.
Right.
We have all the other programs, don't get me wrong. We have programs for people with no income verification. We have stated income verification. We have with as little as 10% down. We have all the different programs that are out there in the industry.
But I got the impression you don't like to do those programs.
Well, it's not a matter of not liking if that is appropriate. If that's what the appropriate program is
Thank you.
for you, then that, for example, you,
That is true.
right?
I'm one of those individuals.
Right. We first spoke, and the first time, you know, like any self-employed person, you know, you said, "Well, you know, my accountant can do, you know, provide." I said, "No, listen, you got to go no doc."
Right.
I said, "How do you know?"
By the way, folks, that's what I said to Scott. You know, when we spoke about buying a house, I said, "No, well, my accountant has all my docs," and he said, "No. I know your situation. You are straight up no doc." Go ahead.
And we, you know, we do no docs. We do all these programs. We do foreclosure bailouts. We utilize FHA Secure. We utilize Sonny Mae Keeping the Dream. Their purchasing programs called Achieving the Dream. And they have a special program similar to FHA Secure, which they call Keeping the Dream, which I think is a great term. And, you know, right now, there are so many programs available, and the marketplace is stabilizing. So at least the programs that seemingly are here today will be around tomorrow, seemingly. Although, you know, there's a lot of jitters. The stock market took a big bath today amid concerns about the credit crisis, because it's going to continue. It's not going away. And that's why the government-backed programs are so helpful.
But you know what, Scott? You know, it's also a part of the reason why so many institutions out there have a major anxiety issue right now. It is a part of it, because the market has really tightened up, which simply means a lot of people are not doing as well in this business anymore. However, you are one of the few individuals, I guess. Have you ever been through this market being this way before? I need to know.
You know, very similar situation came up in 1994. These subprime type of mortgages were being securitized against the Russian ruble. And if you know your history, the Russian ruble collapsed at that time. And the value of these subprime loans, once again, plummeted. So yes, I have been through this, and I've also seen when interest rates have spiked as much as almost 1.75% in 1 week, and what happened to the market because of that. One of the reasons we lock everybody in an application, because I know it did happen before, it can happen again. I sleep easier knowing everybody is, you know, this is what we tell you, then we lock it in. We guarantee it, because we can do that ourselves. It's very important. Call Tony right now. Get the facts about your situation. We talk about a lot of generalities, different programs, different options, different rates. We're pretty specific about what we can do for the community, for anybody who's interested in getting a mortgage from us. We're very specific that way. However, I can't tell every person who's listening that you're going to be qualified for the FHA program at 5.5% with an APR of 6.28 and a cost per thousand borrowed of $5.68 for for 360 payments. I don't know whether that's the appropriate program for you. I can tell you if you have a credit score below 620. I can tell you if you've owned your house for a few years and you're not looking to borrow more than $360 some odd thousand, and maybe you've had some problems, maybe behind on your mortgage. That might be a tremendous program for you. Right. You fit right into the guidelines. Now, if you're somebody who has had steady income over the last 2 years at least, and good credit history, credit score above 620, more than likely you're going to fit into the Fannie Mae program, and you're still going to get the 5.5. The difference being is with the FHA program, you have an upfront, and I'm going to get a little technical here, but an upfront MIP, mortgage insurance premium. What that is it's the government's way of being able to allow people to get these advantageous terms with all sorts of higher risk, even with low down payments for purchasing, even with the fact that people might have a past bankruptcy, past foreclosure. And this insurance premium allows them to be able to be prepared for any defaults that might come from being more liberal. So that premium is there. They do finance it, but it does increase the closing costs.